Hey guys, my name is Gaurav and welcome to Social Kandura's Beyond the Feed. Today we are going to be speaking with the finalists of the Filmfare Middle East Social Night, where not only do they recognize some of the finest content creators, but also give them a platform to express what they have created so far. Our idea with this series is to give you an insight about what each of your favorite content creator looks like in real life, their experiences, and also to give you insight about their lives and what got them there. One of the best ways to explore the world is through travel Instagrams. You can be sitting on your couch and you can be going through the different places that these people go to. But what does it really take to be a travel influencer? What are the journey that they've been through and what makes them who they really are? These are our guests for the travel category. Thank you so much guys for coming down over here, and we look forward to having some exciting conversations today on all of your experiences and everything else. So you guys are pretty much living the dream jobs, right? You guys are living a dream life where you're traveling so much, in spite of having a 9-to-5 job, doing all the other things. When you thought about being a travel influencer, was that even a term when you guys started with this whole thing, or how did the whole journey start off? Because a lot of people travel, but no one really thinks of documenting it, sharing all the details of what it is. So what is the first thing that got you guys started, when it comes to traveling or when it comes to documenting these things?
To be honest, we both were solo travelers.
Oh, interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah, we started documenting many years ago,
Okay.
but in our private profiles.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So we never actually thought of documenting together. Obviously, we haven't met yet. So
Right.
in 2017,
yes.
Right.
we met in Dubai.
Okay.
So
were you guys traveling at that time as well? Or?
We
solo
traveled
travels.
together after that.
After that,
yeah.
Okay. So Dubai was the meeting point for you
Meeting
to
point. Yes.
definitely.
Okay,
So we
interesting.
met. We decided we have the same passion of travel, and we
Right.
traveled together initially.
Right.
And pretty much it started all from there.
Yes,
It was
and
interesting.
Thailand, Krabi
Nice,
was
yeah.
the
proposed to me.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
that's
Good
when
place.
we decided, okay, let's travel the world together. But then we didn't have Mr. and Mrs. Boeing page.
Correct.
Okay. So that was
So-
after you guys collaborated, and then you guys.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
after that we decided, okay.
It's probably
Let's
2 years
share it with the
later we
public.
started with the page of Mr.
Interesting.
and Mrs.
So it's like
Boeing.
you guys planned everything properly, and then you guys were like, how did you come up with the name? Why not Airbus?
No, because
Yeah, we found this to be
The handle was
because we're
available.
always traveling, so probably that's close to our hearts, the flights and
Correct.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Boeing or Boeing 3 or 737 is the flights that's been
Correct. Yes.
very close. So we thought we'll keep the name as it is, Mr. and Mrs. Boeing.
Interesting. Amazing. And how did your journey start with travel?
So our story is very similar to theirs.
Okay.
We both were solo travelers.
Okay.
And Bosco and I knew each other since school.
Oh. Okay.
But we've been friends, but not the same school. We were in different schools, but we
Right.
belong to the same parish. So
Okay.
that's how we knew each other. And I was in Dubai. I used to travel from Dubai here. He used to travel from India,
Okay.
wherever he was
All
traveling.
across, yeah.
And we met in Dubai. We began dating in Dubai, and then there was this first trip that we both took together. But before taking the trip, Bosco had always wanted to start a page of his own, and
Right.
where he could share his experiences, but like his budget experiences, because he
Correct.
was a budget traveler.
Right.
So
Bachelors
I.
are always a budget.
I get you. Yeah.
So he wanted help in starting his page. That's where I chipped in. I helped him create
help
the
him with
page.
his life as well.
Yeah. So I helped him create a page.
Nice.
We came up with the name together for his
Right.
page. So I used to post, write captions for him, and then we took our first trip together, which was to Bali.
Okay.
And we planned this trip on our own. Our friends joined
Amazing.
us, and that was when one of our friends suggested, why don't you guys do this together? Because
Collaborate
you know,
and make it together,
just
yeah.
do it together. So that's when we started touring on a budget.
Right.
And we announced it like a couple travel blog.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. So when you guys, because it's a very unconventional career path, so to say, as such, So when you started documenting everything together, when you started saying that, now we are traveling for a living, how was the audiences, or how was, your parents, your friends, your colleagues' reaction to it? Like, what do you mean you're going to be traveling? Because it's like, for me, it still is a very new concept. I'm like, what do you mean you travel for a living? How does that even work? So what was their reaction like? And what's the biggest support that you had from all of these people?
Our biggest support was definitely our friends and family.
Okay.
They were very happy about us starting this page, but
Nice.
we were not traveling for a living. We are not still traveling for a living.
Okay.
We
Same
have
here.
Same.
full-time
Okay.
jobs.
So
9 to
everybody's doing
6.
full-time jobs
Yes.
and doing this.
Yes.
So how do you guys manage that? Sorry, go on.
No, but we make sure we at least travel
Yeah.
3 to 4 times a year. So
Wow,
being
okay.
international, at least 3 to 4 times a year for our page to be running. Yeah, now in Dubai it's become more of a food page.
Yes.
But in Dubai we try to travel domestic. She travels from Dubai at least. She travels more than me now
Right.
because jobs demands that.
Correct.
So she travels to nearby places, and yes, we managed to at least cover 3 to 4 places, maybe in Southeast Asia, or maybe
Oh,
if you're
nice.
in Europe or something. Yeah. So we make sure we have that bit also. So
Amazing.
we keep travel a priority yet.
Correct. Do you think that when it comes to creating content when you're traveling, it's because we have this conversation all the time. When you're exploring a new place, you're like, keep the cameras away, enjoy the natural beauty. But with a traveler, it's the other way around. You are there to capture
Totally.
those things.
Yeah.
How do you find the right balance of okay, now I've taken, because what I personally do is I'll take a few pictures. I'm like, okay, now done. I want to enjoy the beauty of it. But then I forget that I have to keep taking this as well. So how do you draw the line? Where do you decide that okay, now enough of content, now I want to really enjoy the beauty? Or do you just go with the flow? And how do you guys usually work that out?
We probably actually what we do is we don't have anything in mind of a proper script or something.
Right.
We go by, so every time I have the camera, so professional camera, whatever you can call it
Yeah.
as, I have it on full time. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
So he's a photographer as well, so-
yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
nice,
studying
okay.
photography and videography, so I'm into that.
Right.
So I have it on full time. So whether it's a video that's gonna be there full time or a picture, I'll be having it.
So you're constantly recording and then you choose
Yes,
whatever that you
most of
want
the
to do.
time, 90% of the time I'll be recording.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, obviously half of the ones will be waste behind the scenes.
Exactly,
But
behind the
most
scenes
of them will be
will be-
interesting after once you start editing.
Right.
So yeah, that's how it is. And some of them we plan it because we might be getting collaborations in overseas,
Correct,
international collaborations we have. So
And in
that-
some places we need to go like really early because otherwise tourists will be there and then
yes,
we can't
yes.
even
Well,
take
they
the
mentioned
picture.
about Bali. I remember now.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Bali was like
We
a
had to
struggle.
be very early at some places because there's
6 o'clock we used
so
to
most
wake
of
up
the
just to get
places
the
are
right picture.
correct.
Oh wow. Okay.
Sunlight
So yeah,
and
and there's a queue. Even you guys will have gone there. You can
The
stand like
temple.
this and take pictures
yes.
and all that.
Yeah.
We stood for 2 hours just for that
just
one
for that.
second of picture.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it.
So these things we have to be,
But
all of
that's a lot of dedication when it comes to just to get that one shot.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
when you look at it on Instagram, you're like, hey, cool picture, but you don't really understand what the value of that is and how
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do
there's
that.
a lot
You feel
of
very sad
hard
when
work and
people
struggle
just
behind
scroll
it.
and
Yeah.
don't like. because
Yeah, exactly,
The pain
yeah.
behind it is too much.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, of
Some of them
course.
see it and they just scroll
They
it
just
and
scroll
think like
through
how much of hard work behind it.
Of course, yeah. There is a lot of hard work that goes into it as well. But also, do you think that it makes sense for content creators, especially when it comes to travel, is to show the reality of the places that they visit? For example, what you just mentioned, versus just painting a pretty picture that hey, this is very nice. You guys should go here. What is your opinion on that as well?
For our feed,
We
feed is
actually
pretty
post
much
both.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of them.
Oh,
because
okay, fine,
We'll
yeah.
be having the goods and bads and ugly as well.
Yeah,
Right.
So if you
mostly
see
in the stories
we mention
like, okay,
everything.
this place is like
Okay,
this. It's
for
not
sure.
like how you see it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But in our feed, we mostly try to show the good side
The
of it.
good side of it,
Because
yeah.
we don't want people to think like, oh my god, it's a struggle to travel.
Right, exactly.
We actually
It's
want to
giving the
inspire
positive
them to
vibes.
travel, yeah.
Yeah, and what was the inspiration that for you to sort of understand that? Are there any people that you follow that you want to be like, oh, you know what, I want to be like them, or I want to create their style of content, or I want to create their style of video? So when you look up to these people, do you want to be them in terms of how much travel they do or how they shoot their content? What is your aspiration when you come to these things?
So I think the two of us have a common profile that we follow and we love, and we kind of want to be something like this to show out to the world. Before, when we were traveling together, we usually do like budget places. We do offbeat places. Not much of a tourist spot. We don't cover many tourist spots. And when COVID hit, we used to. I mean, the only way we used to feel like, we used to watch travel videos on YouTube. We used to watch the vlogs of all our favorite bloggers, travel vloggers. But there's one specific channel that we really love is Kara and Nate. They are a couple blogger.
Oh, the same.
Oh, okay. So it's the same for you.
I guess you guys have some connection.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, so the way they show their content, the way they travel,
feel like traveling.
Exactly, you feel like
It's
you're
so
there,
natural.
you want to do something like this, and it's very natural.
Yes.
You don't feel much edited versions. What they take is what you see. That's it.
Because that's the other thing as well. Like some travel videos that you come across, they're so edited, they're so polished, they're so nice. You can't really connect, with those people. And there's some videos that you see which are a little raw, a little bit of finesse, and you're like, what? Yeah, this is me. This is what I would travel look like, and then that's how that works out as well. So it's about finding the right balance for these edits as well as to how you edit it. Do you guys edit your own footages, or
Yes,
do you?
we do. We edit our own videos.
We do.
Wow. Okay.
So I write captions and he does the editing, the cameraman.
Okay, and you guys?
And
I know you
Bosco
write
is,
captions. Now I know.
So Bosco is usually planning the place, finding the spots. He's like, the idea behind the whole video is his, and I do the editing, and the captions, the text is all mine.
Amazing. Have you ever had like a challenge where you've posted something at a spot? Because for example, let's say you go to the Taj Mahal, there are only certain amount of angles that you can take. Have you ever had a struggle where you're like, you take a picture, you take a caption, and someone else has written something similar, and people start going with the same thing, like, oh, you copied from here, you copied from there, you guys are not authentic, blah blah blah. Has that ever happened?
I don't think we faced anything like this.
No, right? So that's pretty original on that one. Okay.
Try to make it our own as much
as possible. Yeah, exactly. Because most of the times, especially when it comes to trends or when it comes to like new things, people always want to keep catching up. Oh, here's the one that did it first, and those things. Very interesting also thing is when you discover a new place, which nobody has been before. Do you then notice people going there more often, and do you judge people that do you have that feeling that, oh, what, I showed them this place and now everybody's going over there? Has those things also happened?
Yes, that has happened with us, especially for the places in Dubai.
Within Dubai itself, not far from home.
We have had those. I mean, in Dubai mostly we've had people coming and telling us that we've gone there.
Oh wow, okay. So, and then when it comes to like these things, it gives you a sense of accomplishment that people are really liking the content, and the second thing is, okay, well, people are going to be going around over there as well. So that's amazing. And for you guys?
For us, we travel to Fiji. So that's when a lot of people started calling us and asking us like, how from Dubai we have never heard anyone going to Fiji. So how did you go? How did you connect? So how can we go? How was the visa process and everything? So
even one place in Dubai we had, remember the pink lake?
Yeah, actually we found it.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently we saw the I guess one picture or video long ago or somebody posted, but there is no location, nothing. But luckily we found out and we posted, so after that tons of people went.
Yeah, some of them even
copied
the same
there was some issue.
I could see me standing there.
Exactly. That was the other thing.
You could see her standing even along with the reflection. I knew I took it in drone, so I can imagine that.
Exactly, and they've copied the same.
They copied and commented as well.
I commented, how come I'm in your video? So how did you get it?
Then they started arguing and all that. YouTube, it happens usually. But eventually YouTube removed it because
it's copyright infringement.
Exactly.
Of course, you guys work with a lot of tourism boards as well, right? So what is the experience of like the first time that a tourism board approached you and said, hey, can you travel to this country for us or behalf of us? Or a lot of travel agents over here as well try to do that to promote themselves as well. How is that experience? What was the first tourism board that you reached out to, or they reached out to you, and which one was the first for you guys?
Overseas it was Get Your Guide.
Okay, interesting.
So we got twice.
So this agency apparently emailed us regarding the collaboration.
Okay.
So yeah, they wanted to know that if you're doing any overseas journey recently or soon enough. So we said them we're going to go Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan was the first, and then we recently did Ireland.
Ireland.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's our 40th country, so we were very happy to do a collaboration.
So with Get Your Guide, what happened was they approached us because they have seen a couple of our content. So they told us you can select any one of them and give us your experiences for it.
Amazing.
We had the Wadi Rum experience, so it was amazing.
That was nice.
The next one was in Ireland with Jameson's whiskey tour and all that.
Okay, interesting.
That is again, it is really nice.
Really nice, yes.
And how do you take it that your years worth of hard work in creating content and a lot of people supporting you, finally when a brand reaches out to you and it's something as big as this, it's a good reward for you as well to know that there is more capacity that you can do that as well, and even for these brands to take notice that these guys are doing, because mostly tourism boards especially, they're very interested to see what travel influencers are doing, how their country is being portrayed, what the people talking about it as well.
Totally.
So that's a very interesting. And for you guys, what was your first brand collaboration?
We did have a travel company that reached out to us.
Okay.
Can't mention the name.
Okay.
So they asked us to travel to a place.
Okay.
They gave us options. Again, it was in Asia. It was an Asian country, so you could do Indonesia, Vietnam, or any of these places, and get people to travel with you guys.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so that was pitched to us, but unfortunately we couldn't go ahead with that because I work for a travel company.
Yes.
He works for a travel company. So we do have our limitations.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
So
in fact, I work for a tourism board. Not one, but many tourism boards.
Okay.
So you are the perfect place.
In the
We do have pros and cons.
Yeah, so we are limited to that, but yes, we have worked with a lot of hotel chains abroad. We have worked with a lot of tour operators from those countries, like in Vietnam. We worked with few tour operators, with few homestays. So we work with those kind of. So tourism, we have worked with tourism boards also, but I can't mention it right now.
Correct.
That's the sensitivity part. What our jobs get in.
Right. Yeah. But it's a mix of, like, there's a line that you have to draw that I can't associate with this, but I can associate with that as well.
Like in fact, as you mentioned, the companies that are reaching out. So we have got similar requests with multiple other tour companies, but we can't go ahead with them.
Because you're already working with some.
And yes, because the similar activities that they give us, we are telling which way. So we have it. So it's nothing that, and we don't want to cross the line itself.
Exactly.
Because simultaneously both are important to us. Our jobs plus our travel, our page is important to us. But yes, interest. If you talk about a collaboration, I think so the best collaboration was the one which we stayed in Vietnam. It was a homestay.
It was a homestay.
Owned by
a local.
A local. So he reached out to us and he called us over.
Amazing.
He wanted to take some shots. He wanted to put content. He wanted to have people come over to his place. So I think that was.
And that was our first international
collaboration.
Nice.
In Dubai, of course, we have done many.
Yeah, but outside.
That was the first international collaboration. And a few hotels we have worked. Hotel chains.
One of the very, I would say the scary part of exploring a new country, which is, you've read so much about, these reviews of, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And when you travel to these places, how much does it scare you that, I've read this happens here, and does that limit which countries you choose to travel? How much of an involvement does that happen based on what is happening in those countries? Like, for example, I'll give you a small example. When we were traveling to Serbia, we read everybody. We read abroad that language is a big problem, and I was like, no, come on, it's in Europe, it's not going to be an issue. And we landed there, and literally nobody would understand English.
Correct.
Even 5-star hotels, if you ask them, can I have a towel, they'd be like, what?
Probably you have to show them.
You have to show them, And communication is so difficult because they were doing tram rides, and we really like trams. So I was like, okay, I just want to get in the tram, take the full circle, and come back to where I took off for. I waited there for almost half an hour just to try to explain to people, and nobody understood. Nobody understood it, and that kind of instilled a fear on me that if I go to a place and if people don't understand my language, how do you communicate with people? And then there are a lot of other places that don't do this, don't do that, and of course a lot of it is fact, but however a lot of it is also a myth. So how do you counter those things? Like, how much of push you, give yourself that, I've read this about this place, but I'm still going to go there? Like, how much of that, what percentage of your travels is under the risky category, I would say?
So in fact, in June, during this Eid break, we were supposed to travel to Zanzibar.
Right, that's
yeah. So but there are a lot of reviews of pickpocketeers in every resort, this, that, but that did not stop us from booking our journey. So
it became an adventure.
Our friends also who traveled there earlier told us, like, you will find this. The reviews are legit.
Yeah.
You will find these guys there, but you have to be extra cautious. Take limited amount of money when you're roaming.
Correct.
Your phone has to be secured.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. And we said, come on, that's travel.
That's basic.
It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not only that. It happens everywhere. So we still booked our flights. We booked our hotels. We did every part of it. And suddenly the virus came in.
And we had to cancel everything.
We had to cancel our flights. We took a big hit on our flights.
Yeah.
We had to cancel our hotels.
Correct.
Yeah, so everything. But that didn't stop us from traveling, and it will not stop us again in future. Once everything is settled down, we will be going to
continue it as well. Yeah. And how was the reaction when you guys got nominated for the Filmfare, the top 5 into all of these big travel bloggers? How was that perceived by your audience, by your followers? What has the support been for that? Because it's a milestone. Just being nominated itself is a very big milestone for something like this. How was that received from your audiences and your followers? Were they happy? Were they excited? What was that looking like?
So I think when we were just asked to register for it, we got a message on our DMs and we were just asked to register for it, and I was like, okay, we are asked to register. And I was like, okay, so we did it, and then after a few, I think, weeks, we got reached out again and we were asked to send our pictures for the creatives. So I called up Bosco and I was like, they're asking for our pictures, like what's happening? Are we like going to be nominated in this? So we sent the pictures, and then we got the notification that we are nominated.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I was, when I saw the nomination, I was like, oh cool, and it was a cool reaction.
Yeah.
But when I actually was scrolling through the nominations, and then I saw, wait, travel has only 5 people in it. And we are one in the 5 people. So that was like, okay, wow. And then when we send the links to our families and friends, everybody were like, okay, this is big.
Instagram notifications going like all over.
Yeah.
How was your follower basis?
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But she registered and all that.
We were like more excited.
Yeah, I was like, nothing's gonna work. You can just give me. Filmfare is a big thing, and so
2 weeks ago we got our first award.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were still in the excitement. Finally,
Yeah.
some recognition. And then we got this one.
Yeah.
So
The onwards.
So he was just like, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. How will you do it? Blah, blah.
I don't
but
think
you were
so.
like, no, I have to do it. I have to do it.
I was like, I'm going to do it.
No, she chose the pictures and she sent them, and I was like,
I was the one who registered.
Okay, just send it. You can send it, no problem. But it turned out to be maybe. It's a good thing,
because I was very confident.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So,
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us, and wish you guys all the very best for everything that you guys are doing, and we wish you best. And we'd also like to thank you individually for creating all the amazing content that you're doing. Gives us a lot of FOMO, that we're not traveling. My wife keeps telling me that we have to travel, look at them.
We all will travel again together with social Kandura team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We would love to do that. But just on behalf of all of your followers, because I think content creation is something which a lot of people don't realize the importance of that. It gives you such a gateway for all of us who can't travel to these places to at least see these places through your eyes as well. So that really means a lot, and to keep creating content wherever you are, whatever that you guys travel. It's a big blessing for us to see all of those things. And then all the very best again, and we will see you on the 31st again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. All right. Yes. All right. Thank you guys. Very cool. Very nice.